It's 3:07 in the morning, the house is completely silent, but your eyes just snapped wide open. You lie there perfectly still, staring at the ceiling, hoping that if you don't move, your brain won't realize you're awake. You tell yourself, if I fall asleep right now, I still get exactly 3 hours and 40 minutes before my alarm goes off. But the minutes start ticking by, 3:20, 3:35, and suddenly, your mind decides this exact moment is the perfect time to remember a stressful email you forgot to reply to 3 days ago, or wonder why you haven't saved enough for retirement yet. If this has happened to you more than once this week, you aren't crazy and you aren't alone. As a public health educator, this is one of the most common sleep questions people ask. There is a very specific, fascinating science behind why your body chooses this exact hour to pull you out of your sleep. So grab a warm drink, sit down with me, and let's talk about the 5 real reasons you keep waking up at 3 a.m. and exactly how to fix it. Before we look at the reasons, we need to clear one major thing up. A lot of us grew up believing that healthy sleep means putting your head on the pillow, passing out for 8 straight hours, and waking up when the sun comes out. But your body doesn't actually work that way. Sleep happens in waves, or what we call sleep cycles. Each cycle lasts about 90 minutes. You slide down into a deep, heavy sleep, and then you slowly drift back up into a very light sleep before starting the next cycle. When you drift into that light sleep, which often happens right around the 3 or 4 a.m. mark for most people, the tiniest thing can wake you up. Under normal circumstances, you might just open your eyes, roll over, and go right back to sleep without even remembering it the next day. The real mystery isn't why you wake up. The mystery is why your brain decides to stay awake. Let's look at the first big culprit. The most common reason people stay awake at 3 a.m. comes down to a chemical mismatch in your brain. When you are stressed or overwhelmed during the day, your body produces a hormone called cortisol. It's your fight or flight hormone. Now, you might feel like you've relaxed by the time you go to bed, but your brain keeps processing those daytime worries while you sleep. Right around 3 a.m., your body naturally starts making a tiny bit of cortisol to slowly prepare you for the day ahead. But if you are already stressed, that natural morning spike happens way too early and way too fast. Suddenly, your brain gets flooded with stress hormones in the middle of a light sleep cycle. It panics. It thinks there's an emergency, so it switches you completely online. That's why you don't just wake up groggy, you wake up alert, anxious, and ready to solve the world's problems at 3 in the morning. This one surprises a lot of people. Let's say you had a long, stressful day. You decide to have a glass of wine before bed to help you wind down. It works, right? You feel sleepy, you drift off quickly, and everything seems fine. But here's the catch. As your liver works hard to break down the alcohol over the next few hours, it changes how your brain processes your sleep. It completely ruins the second half of your night by keeping you out of deep sleep and forcing you into a prolonged state of extra light sleep. As the sedative effect wears off, usually right around that mark, your brain experiences a mini rebound effect. It wakes you up, often leaving you feeling slightly hot, sweaty, or thirsty, and makes it incredibly difficult to drift back under. Speaking of what we put in our bodies, let's talk about late night dinners or heavy snacks. If you eat a large, heavy meal close to bedtime, your body has to put an amount of energy into digesting it. Your stomach churns, your metabolism runs hot, and your body temperature goes up. To stay in a deep, peaceful sleep, your core body temperature actually needs to drop slightly. If your digestive system is pulling a night shift because of a heavy meal, your body stays too warm. When you hit that natural light sleep cycle around 3 a.m., the physical discomfort and the heat from digestion will pull you right out of your slumber. Sometimes, the issue isn't what's happening inside your body, it's what's happening around it. Because the sleep you get between 3 a.m. and 6 a.m. is naturally much lighter than the sleep you get before midnight, you are incredibly sensitive to your environment. It could be a slight drop or rise in the room temperature. It could be the neighbor's car door shutting outside. Or, more commonly, it's a tiny ping or a flash of light from your phone sitting on the nightstand. Even if the noise doesn't completely startle you, your subconscious registers it and boom, you're awake. As your public health friend, I always want to make sure we look at the bigger picture. Sometimes, waking up at the exact same time every single night is your body's way of sending you a memo about your physical health. There are a few common conditions that love to act up in the middle of the night. For example, acid reflux often worsens when you've been lying flat for a few hours, causing subtle throat irritation that wakes you up. An overactive bladder might dictate your schedule, or fluctuations in blood sugar can trigger an early awakening. There's also sleep apnea, where your breathing momentarily pauses, causing your brain to jerk you awake to catch your breath. If you find yourself awake every single night for weeks on end and you're feeling completely drained during the day, don't just shrug it off. It's always a good idea to have a quick, comfortable chat with a healthcare professional to rule these things out. So how do we fix this? Let's talk about a few simple, practical habits you can start tonight to keep your brain asleep. First, if you wake up at 3 a.m., do not touch your phone. The moment you look at that bright blue light, you send a powerful signal to your brain that it's daytime, and you instantly kill any chance of falling back asleep. If you've been awake for more than 20 minutes, don't lie there tossing and turning. Get out of bed, sit in a dimly lit room, read a boring book, or do something calm until your eyes feel heavy again, then go back to bed. Second, protect the 2 hours before bed. Try to finish your last large meal at least 2 to 3 hours before sleeping. Try to swap the late-night alcohol for a warm, caffeine-free herbal tea. Finally, keep your room like a cave, cool, dark, and completely quiet. Waking up in the middle of the night happens to everyone. It's just your body responding to life, stress, or your environment. You don't need to have a perfect night of sleep every single time. The goal is just to give your body the best environment and the best habits to rest well. I want to hear from you now. Let's talk down in the comments. Does your brain love to wake you up at 3 a.m.? Or do you have a different time where you suddenly find yourself wide awake? Let me know what you struggle with the most. If you enjoyed this conversation and want more simple, real, science-backed health tips, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Take care of yourself. Remember, good health isn't built overnight. It's built one small, healthy choice at a time. I am Nzube, your public health friend, helping you build healthier habits one conversation at a time. I'll see you in our next conversation.